Hello, welcome back. This is episode 7 of Rob Wells Music Talk, and today we are continuing our examination on what makes a song a hit song. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite parts of songwriting, and that's putting as many hooks as possible into the songwriting process. So what do I mean by hooks? I'm definitely not talking about going fishing and all that sort of thing, but in kind of a way I am, with the whole fishing analogy, because you're trying to hook somebody onto the song that you're writing and lure them in and make them stay to listen to the whole thing. So here we go. Let's talk about hooks. I'm going to take you back a little bit. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to make mention of this shirt that I'm wearing right now. A good friend of mine, Mark Jordan, is his t-shirt for his new album called Both Sides. This is his CD that he just sent to me and signed for me. Very, very nice. Mark Jordan is an amazing songwriter, a great person, super humble, super friendly, super funny, super talented. What a great songwriter. He's written so many big songs. Probably the biggest song that you would know is The Rhythm of My Heart by Rod Stewart, which he co-wrote with John Capek back in the day. Good friend of mine, super nice person, married to Amy Sky, who I also love. And they have 2 wonderful kids that I love very much as well. So anyways, please do yourself a favor and check out Mark Jordan and check out Amy Sky and check out Ezra Jordan, their son, and check out Zoe Sky Jordan, their daughter. All incredibly talented. Anyways, there's my shout out. They gave me a free t-shirt, so that's why I'm shouting them out. So let's get back to talking about hooks. Back in the day, when I was a kid growing up in Peterborough, Ontario, my parents had a collection of music. They had a record player, this big old record player that also was a radio for AM and FM. And it was huge. It was literally like half the size of a car. It was just gigantic. But they had this whole collection of records, and they would put on records, and I didn't really have a choice over what the musical selection was going to be. So there was a lot of different things that was on there. Some of it I liked, some of it I really did not like at all. But it was all very, very safe music. There was a lot of classical music, which was really cool. Then there was a lot of folk music. And then there were things like Roger Whittaker, if you know who that is. If you don't know, go check out Roger Whittaker, and you can see the torture that I went through as a young child listening to Roger Whittaker over and over again. He was most famous for whistling solos in the middle of his songs, quite funny enough. So yeah, this is the way that I was brought up, with all the records that we had and the piano being played and all that. So just everything was really safe, and the songs were really pretty and beautiful and nothing risky, and everything just totally safe for a 5-year-old and 6-year-old, 7-year-old to listen to. But anyways, right around the age of, I'd say maybe 10 or so, my mother went to the Peterborough Public Library and came home with a cassette tape. If you don't know what a cassette tape is, it looks like this. This is what we used to listen to music on, records and cassette tapes. So she brought home a cassette tape from the Peterborough Public Library, and it was called The Greatest Hits of Motown. And I don't really know if she knew what she was bringing home, but I didn't know either. I put it in to the tape deck and hit play, and I swear to you that the moment that I hit play, everything changed for me musically. It was almost like the clouds parting and angels showing up and the sun shining through, and it was just unbelievable. So my musical black and white world suddenly became fully in color thanks to this little cassette tape, The Greatest Hits of Motown. The very first song that was on that tape was a song called Stagger Lee by Lloyd Price. And if you don't know that song, please check that out. That's a great song. So imagine, I'm 10 years old. I've been listening to really safe music, or music at church or anything like that. And the very first song that I hear is Stagger Lee, which is all about this guy named Stagger Lee who goes down to gamble at this local bar and gets into a really rotten situation where the person he's gambling with is just furious at the fact that he's won. Sorry, my kids are playing upstairs. It's coronavirus quarantine time. That's why you're hearing all those sounds. So he goes down to the bar, he gets into this gambling game, and the person that he's gambling with gets really upset and goes home, grabs his gun, comes back to the bar, and shoots this poor guy so much that the bullet actually goes right through his body and breaks the bartender's glass behind his body. Pretty crazy. But then the music was just crazy. It was so high energy. It was the blues. It was just, really raw, and just everything just so great. Just massive energy from the very, very beginning. Great singing. Great story that just lured me right in, and hook after hook after hook after hook. So many different hooks that are happening in there, from horn shots to the way that the drums are played to the way that the melody is cut up, and just, it's so good. So good. So then I went on to the next song, and it was equally amazing. It was either Stevie Wonder or Jackson 5 or Marvin Gaye or Diana Ross or something like that. But just basically, I was completely blown away at the musical complexity of these songs and how great they were, and how just nothing was stepping on the toes of anything else. It was just, there was so much going on, but it all felt like one great piece coming at me. Just absolutely amazing. Each musical item in every Motown song is there for a reason. If you really go back and dissect each Motown song, you can just listen to each part and just hear what's going on in there. It's not just there to fill the musical spectrum. It's not just there to add bass up to treble and everything else in between. That's kind of the way that I approach writing a song, writing a track, creating a track, programming a track, playing parts, is that each part has its own hook. Each part not only has its own hook, but it has to work with the hook that's happening on the other instrument as well. And so basically it's just like a whole web of hooks that all comes together to create something cool. I literally want to break down the song so that the kick drum, the bass drum on the drums, has its own unique pattern. Something that's really cool that you could be able to hit solo on that kick drum part and just think, wow, that's a really cool part. It's not just there to fill the spectrum. It's not just there for fun. It's there because it's serving a purpose, and it feels great just on its own. Each single musical item that I want to have in the song is just like that. We're going to talk a little bit about I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. That is a masterclass of a song of hook after hook after hook after hook, but hooks happening all throughout the entire song that just feel great and sound great and don't step on the toes of anything else. Right from the very beginning, there's this huge piano slide that just goes, and then you're right into the song where the guitar's got a really cool pattern where it's like, and then there's a bass part that's like, I apologize about my singing, but I'm just trying to show you how it all goes. The drums even have a really cool partway through the song where it's like, so great. And then you've got all these moving parts and then string arrangements over top, and great piano parts, great guitar parts, great bass parts, great drum parts, and then you've got 9-year-old Michael Jackson singing over top of it. So it's so good. Please go back and listen to that song and really dissect that song. So again, I'm not into jam songs. I'm not into people just getting up and playing chords and just passing through the song. That to me is so boring. There's certain bands out there that I feel do this, and I'm not going to name names, but I'll probably get crucified if I say any of the names, but just I can't stand those sort of just jam bands. I need there to be hooks. I need there to be things that feel great and sound great and lure people in and keep them there, as I was saying, just like a fish. I like for each part to have purpose. In production land, there's so many different ways that you can create hooks after the song is written. You can basically, just worry about writing the chords, the melody, and the lyrics at the beginning. But then when it comes time to actually putting together the song, you need to find ways to create hooks within there with every instrumentation that you're adding in. There are also ways that you can add hooks in the songwriting part, where you're creating a cool top line, melody, and lyric. Think of Umbrella by Rihanna. There's that really cool stuttering part that happens at the end of the chorus, at the post hook. So I like to incorporate hooks at the writing stage and in the production stage. Maybe even striking the chord a certain way, doubling up a chord here and there, maybe repeating a vocal line over and over again in a cool and interesting way. Whatever it is, make something that makes other people's heads turn sideways and want to hear that song over and over and over again. Because that's really what it is. You want people to listen to the song and be captivated by it right away and follow through the song right to the very end and always give something new and repeat some cool hook, something that just really is amazing that you can hang your hat on. And that's that's basically it. If you have any questions further about talking about hooks in songwriting or in production, please write me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. And please, 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 please subscribe to this channel and keep communicating with me. I'm having a lot of fun answering everyone's questions. And I will see you next time, where we will be talking about dynamics in hit songwriting. Thanks again. Please subscribe. See you later. Bye. Music Talk.